Hello, my name's Katie and welcome to my shed. I'm going to say it early and probably multiple times through here. It's still quite warm. Temperature's creeping down, but it's still pushing 30 degrees. But I think in the next couple of weeks we're going to start getting rain and hopefully life will be getting a little bit easier. So yeah, it's just the grass is crusty, the plants are wilted. We've now got a hose pipe ban, so we can't water. Not that I was watering anyway, but there's some plants at the back of my garden that just look dreadfully sad. And there's no point me really chucking a can of water on them because I don't think that's going to cut the mustard with them, quite frankly. But yeah, it's all looking a bit pathetic. Never mind. We're just about to start the school holidays, so that's fun. Actually, it's quite fun, but it just means less free time for me. So I'm going to apologise in advance if my videos are a little bit more condensed. Okay, first thing, this is more me chatting with you and I want your feedback on this. I sold something to a lady on Vinted the other day, and I don't know if you're watching, hello, and she bought it and she was saying, oh, I get through quite a lot of stuff because I am a Twitch streamer. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, I've got a YouTube channel, and we were just sort of chatting. I had no idea that you could stream art on Twitch. I thought it was for gaming and stuff like that, so I feel like I need to look into that, you know, for a pension. I'm not really sure if I've got the time to set up another thing, but I'm going to look into it anyway, because maybe I start small and then I can use that as another platform for engaging with people. So if you know anything about Twitch, let me know in the comments, because I know nothing about it. So today I am prepping for my holiday. And I know we've done holiday prep before, but I like to... I feel like this is going to end in tears. Give me a second. Yeah, I really like watching holiday prep videos, you know, people setting up their travel kits and things. So I'm going to record another one. We're going to a different location, so it's going to be a different set of colours, and hopefully I've learned a thing or two from my last trip away. So we are going to Canada. I can't really remember on dates. So I am woefully unprepared for it. We haven't started packing at all. We have sorted the visas out. Yeah, I've never been to Canada before. I'm so prepared. But I'm hoping there'll be time for some drawing and drawing some beaches and lakes and hills. So that is what we want to set up for. I'm so vague. I probably should be a little bit more organised, prepared, but I'm not. We need to set these up. Now last time with my gouaches, if you remember, I took them all. We were doing a drive cruise, so I took a big box of equipment and materials with me. Don't have that luxury this time. We are flying, and so I need to have much less stuff. So what I can do with my watercolours is I'm going to move some things around, but I have also got these, well, these ones aren't, these are the Meeden watercolours we swatched out before. These are workshop watercolours that Lou and I have split, so I need to have a look through those, because I can make, I've got some half pans, so I maybe make a little palette using those and some of my other colours. A few years back I bought this little wooden palette top, and it has little sections in, but I don't really like using it. It's a little bit too, the pan's a little bit too small, and I can't get a brush in without making a big fat mess and mixing my colours. You know, I'm a mucky pup, aren't I? So this one was just a little bit too small. And then I saw lots of people using this beautiful, I can't remember who it's by now, but it's a metal palette with magnets and metal pans, and they come in half pans, full pans and like double pan, and that looked amazing. They're quite a lot of money. And then whilst I was sort of looking for alternatives, I noticed on Amazon, and then even cheaper on Temu, they have tins which are for makeup. These ones are very retro. I mean, look, nice and classy. This is a makeup thing. I don't know who makes their own makeup. However, got a mirror which I can use as the mixing palette, and then it comes with 8. Cover that up. 8 pans, and they're kind of full pan, almost a full pan size. Let's get a full pan to compare. So yeah, kind of almost the size of a full pan, but not very deep, so consequently not massively heavy. So I'm going to try that. I don't know how amazing it's going to be for gouache, because I suspect it might crack and things, but we're going to give it a go. So I've got 2 of those, and that takes up hardly any space. So we're going to set that up, and then we're going to go through the watercolours and then set up a small palette with watercolours in as well. So we're going to do that, and then we'll pack my other bits that we need. Can anyone remember where I put the half pans that I bought? Because I can't find them. I thought they were somewhere sensible. I have no idea where they are. Brilliant. Did any of you say? There they are, right behind you, Katie. Because if you did, you were right. Such a donut, honestly. Oh, clicky ankle. Right. Let's sort this out. Shall we start? Oh, I need to move you around, don't I? Let me move you around. Okay, I've popped some bits of card on to try and stop the glare quite so much. I've got the colours. I've got a warm and a cool yellow. I have gone with the marigold, which is quite an orangey yellow, but the other yellow I've got just wasn't quite as different, I guess. I also haven't used these dry, so I don't know how well they reactivate. Okay, so we're starting off with the gardenia yellow. I've just got some toothpicks to try and squidge this down into the corners a bit. Now I know that you can add some, oh my brain's gone mushy, not oil, something to it to hopefully stop it cracking, but everything I've watched about it actually doesn't always make that much difference, so I figured I'd just roll with it and accept that it might crack a bit. Probably need a little bit more. What I'm going to do actually is we'll go through the colours and then I'll put these in the pans, because then I can time lapse you. Otherwise we're going to be here for hours. Okay, so we've got gardenia yellow, then we're going to have marigold, light ochre, smoked bamboo. We're going to have some white. Then we've got myosotis blue, geisha blue, and indigo. This is the only Winsor Newton I've got. This is the primary red I'm going to use rather. I'm using that because I don't have a true red. If you remember watching my haul, the one I wanted was out of stock. I'm going to go with some lilac, peony, pale coral. Now I know all of those I could mix, but you know, I don't want to. And then bamboo green, evergreen, ash green and elm green. They are my choices. You're probably all shouting at the camera saying don't take those colours or whatever, but it's too late now. I'm doing it. Right, let's time lapse you now. I'm really pleased with this colour set. I think it's going to be quite adaptable, should suit the environment. So yeah, happy with that. I will have a play with colour mixing them, but you guys have watched way too many videos of me swatching and colour mixing, so I'm not going to put you through that. I'm going to leave these to dry and then work out how I'm going to, yeah, hopefully they'll transport easily. So that's the first lot of stuff that we are taking on holiday. As a surprise to me, I have come back on. I thought I'd sorted it all out and I'd filmed something for you, and then when I was editing it I realised I didn't really show you my thought process that much. So we've talked about the gouaches, so that's fine. They fit into the top of my pencil case, so they've dried okay. They are quite cracked, but I was expecting them to crack. The red is very cracked compared to the others, and I think I could possibly, I don't know if you can see, but the red was the Winsor Newton, and that has cracked so much more. It's gone like crumbly. But the Holbein ones are, I mean, they're cracked, but they're not, hasn't shrunk as much. So I'm happy with those colours. And then when it came to the watercolours, I filmed me trying loads of them, but I didn't really explain my decision making that much. So that's what we're going to do now. I have decided to take, I mean I might change my mind, but I decided I'm going to take the DaVinci one that we swatched out last week. I had to play with it and I feel like I can get lots of, you know, most of the colours that I need from it. And I didn't have an empty pan to make as my travel pan, which would have meant taking everything out, and I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit going to get messy and get them all muddled up. So I think what I might do at some point is just buy an empty pan, like a smaller one, this sort of size, that I can use as my travel one. I think that's what I intended that one to be, and then I ended up not doing that. So I'm going to take the DaVinci's, and I just want to have a look through the colours and sort of just double check and show you the colour sets, and we'll make sure that we think it's the right choice. I think it is. Okay, I've given them a little spray. With the content that I recorded at the weekend, I will use it, and I'll show you, because I was swatching out some paints, workshop paints. So I've got this really dark green, which I think I can also use to make really nice, like an indigo, deep greeny blue. I don't know what the official term is for that, but I can get some nice darks. That's what I'm saying. And with this one, even better. So that's going to be really good for like waters and background forests and things like that. But I can also, it comes with nice greens already. We've got the green gold, which is possibly my new favourite. We've got Hooker's green, which I don't love, but we can use to mix up some more interesting ones. And then we can also make up some like much lighter greens and yellowy greens. So I feel like I've got my greens covered, really. And don't forget, I've got they're like ash green in the gouaches. Blues, we've got the dark blue, we've also got the ultramarine, a cobalt and a cerulean. So that covers most eventualities. I don't know what I'm expecting. I guess I'm expecting it all to be green and blue. It's probably not going to be, but so I just feel like this is gonna have me covered for most of it. Oh, and browns, obviously. I've got the umber, which is a bit naff on its own, but I can mix it up and make some much more interesting browns like that. Or which one's this one? This one's the burnt sienna, which I really like. And that one with this. Get some nice really deep browns. Could make it even deeper probably. You see what I mean? I feel like it's going to be a good colour set, and I don't think I need to. I'm not going to really need to do anything. What's the word? Goodness me, my words are not. It's a good colour set, and I don't have to move all my paints around. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Not that I'm lazy. I just feel like I'm going to get them all muddled up, and then never know what went where. And I've got to tidy this yellow up now. It's made that really mucky. So yeah, for me that feels like a good set. I'm going to quickly swatch out the other things I'm taking, just because I like to have a record, and then I'll write on here what holiday it's for. I don't know, it just makes me feel, gives me something to look back on. So I'm just going to quickly, actually I'm going to see how well they reactivate. Now they've dried out. It's taking a little bit. I'm sure if I squirt, let's give them a spray. Give the others a spray while we're waiting. I will put more red. Yeah, this red's not great. Look, it's just crumbly. I mean, I have had this one quite a long while, so maybe it's just not the best quality. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. I could swap it off something else. I mean, that's like reactivated. It feels almost soft still. this wind. I'm a bit worried. One of the hinges on this door is a bit loose, like the door's a bit rotten. I'm a bit worried the whole door's going to fall off. I feel like I'm going to use My Sotis Blue in every painting I do forever because I just love it. Some of them definitely need a little bit longer to reactivate than others. Okay, I've packed all of my Neo colours because they all fit in, but actually I probably don't need them all. I'm taking them all, I've decided. Okay, so that is my colour set and I'm really pleased with that. I actually have no idea what I'm going to be painting, but I feel like this will do what I need. I'm going to take you back to previous me that closed up the video now, but yeah, here's my colours, very happy with it. Just wanted to explain how I got to this point. Bye. I might have gone a bit heavy. I need to just get this down a bit. So I've got two blacks. This one is the Pit Graphite Matte, not water soluble, and then I've got this one which is actually this isn't a black, just very dark charcoal colour, and this one is water soluble, so it might come in handy. Then I've got, right, let's look at the beiges. That one is my Derwent drawing. This one is a watercolour, so that might be. I think we leave the drawing home because the water soluble one we can use for two things. Don't need the Derwent drawing black. And then I've got chocolate Derwent drawing. What else have we got in brown? This one is darker, but I feel like, again, this one will be handy because we can use it. Reds, I've got that one, and that one is more of pink. Okay, let's look at the greens. I might have a few too many greens. Think, should we get rid of them? Oops, now I've made a mess of that. I've got a white, I've gone with the Luminance. I just feel like that one's probably the softer of the whites, and then blues. This one. There we are. Brushes wise, I'm only going to take 2 brushes and not expensive ones, so just an 8 and a 7. I think that'll be more than fine. Got the pencils, the 2 pots of gouaches, my watercolours, a fine liner, my Neocolor 2s, and notebook wise, this is a Royal Talens one, not a huge one. The Art Creations. It's not the best for watercolour, but it's a good size and it's not too heavy. I might swap that one out, but at the moment that's what I'm going to take. On the last holiday, this is the one I used the most, even though I took the other one, so I feel like that's probably a safe bet. So that is, I mean, it's not that much, is it? Let's have a look. Get that down. Get a pencil case for these. I mean, it's still quite a lot, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's fine. So that I don't have to go on pencil sharpener gate, I will take my pencil sharpener with me. I will check that they will fit. I'm sure they will for this one. Yes, that's fine. A little spray bottle with some water in, and I might take a watercolour brush as well. Maybe. Right, I need to find my pencil case to put all this in. Okay, I've got it all packed. The only thing that isn't in there is this little tin at the moment, and that's because I swapped out the Winsor Newton gouache for one of the Meeden ones, because that's the only other red I had. So that is all in there, and I just want to keep it flat till that's dried out. Oh, I can put that on so yeah, that is packed, and I've packed it in to a little, into a little bag. So it's all in here, including the sketchbook. So I'm really pleased that that fits. It's all together in one place and in a handy take it away bag. Still hot. Right, we are all done, but I'm pleased with what I've got. I feel like colours should work. I mean, having never been, I don't really know. But yeah, I feel like we've got a good load of options here. So I don't think there's much else to say. I will let you know once they've dried and I've used them how these palettes go for the gouache. In fact, I might leave them open. You don't need to look at yourself, but yeah, we'll see how they dry. Let's leave them open for a little while. Yeah, I'm chuffed. I feel like we've got a good selection of colours. I think it'll be a fun time if I do any painting, and if I don't, and I've taken all, if I take all this and I don't do any drawing, I'll maybe be sad. I'm not going to tell anyone. I'll just do loads of drawing. Okay, sorry, that's a bit of a random one again, but like I say, I quite like watching people prepare and pack for their holidays, for their like travel kits, but also, I mean, any holidays, I'm there for watching it. I hope you have a lovely week, and if you're going on holiday, let me know if you're going to be doing any drawing or doing any painting when you're out and about. Is there anything in this I should leave out? Let me know. Should have left out. In fact, I'll let you know when I come back what I didn't use or did use. I think that's almost as useful as the what am I taking video, probably more useful. Okay, right, so have a lovely week and I will see you soon. Bye.